Washington, D.C., Bethesda Naval, and Walter Reed Army Hospital. I was invited to do that, and I said, well, sure, I think I would love to do that. So I kind of signed up to do that, and I did it for 4 years. And it was my finest hour. It was the only time I can remember in my entire life where I was never in a rush. I was willing to go in there at 2 in the afternoon, and all the doctors and nurses would be like, who is that, right? And I'd be like, I've come to visit the soldiers. And by the way, I have an iPod with 937 songs on it for every soldier that I get to visit. And they're like, come right in. So in I went, and it was an amazing experience. And when I stopped, because they were taking down the 2 hospitals and the whole Iraq war was winding down, and so I stopped going because there was no hospital to really visit at that point. So, but I wrote this song, and I didn't even record it until 2010, until In Your Dreams, and because it was really too just fresh on my mind. And so I never did it on stage until now, until the last 2 years. And so in the beginning, it started to come back into my head, and I thought, why is this song kind of like a typewriter going through my brain? And I realized that it was because it was fitting right into Ukraine. And this is right when Ukraine started, right after the last day of the Olympics, and then Ukraine started. And I was watching the last day of the Olympics and the day that Ukraine started. And from that moment, my heart was just with the Ukrainians. And I just couldn't help it. I mean, I just couldn't help it. So I just fell in love with it. And I just said, well, when I go back on the road, I'm gonna do Soldier's Angel. And so this song has become now a song for Ukraine. But I am also, now that I'm over here, going to say that we should just dedicate this song to all soldiers in the world that are fighting for freedom and democracy and for a better life and for what we want. And coming from America, you can just only imagine. So this is Soldier's Angel, and it goes out to